Culture is a collective programming of the mind that distinguishes members of one particular group or category of people from the other. Marsabit County, which borders Ethiopia to the north, Samburu and Isiolo counties to the south, Turkana to the northwest, and Wajir to the east, is the largest of the 47 counties in Kenya, with the largest virgin landmass in a single geographical boundary. Being home to 14 ethnic communities who are mainly pastoralists with unique and diverse cultural practices, Marsabit is a county with the most diverse, unique and original cultural elements spread among its many communities, branding it the melting pot of culture. The huge, diverse and rich culture is coupled with historical and geographical sites, and the county is proud to be the cradle of mankind. Kobifora, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and renowned region of paleontological site, is where the largest ever collection of well-preserved hominid fossils dating from 2.1 million and 1.3 million years were discovered.
Marsabit County is the cradle of mankind, and this has also put us on the map. This is actually the origin of man when you look at the Sibiloe National Park. And we intend to invest in the Sibiloe National Park, especially together with the national government and the National Museums of Kenya, because this is not just a county thing, it's a monument which is also very important to Kenya.
The county also boasts of having the only true desert in sub-Saharan Africa, the Chalbi Desert. Chalbi is a Gabra name that means bare and salty. The desert is among the hottest and most arid regions in Kenya, and it's elevated at 370 meters above sea level. To add on to that, the county is also home to the only desert museum in Africa, the Loyangalani Museum, that also serves as the only museum in northern Kenya. The Desert Museum basically has a collection of artifacts, stories, pictures and other paraphernalia belonging to the communities living in northern Kenya. Lake Turkana, also known as the Jade Sea due to its turquoise color, is the world's largest permanent desert lake, measuring about 5,000 square kilometers, is also found in this county. The water body, with an estimated 300-kilometer shoreline, contains some of the largest saltwater crocodiles and Nile perch. By volume, it is the world's fourth largest salt lake after the Caspian Sea, Icy Kul and Lake Van, and among all lakes, it is ranked 24th. The county also hosts the largest ever single private investment ever done in Kenya, at a rough estimate of 75 billion Kenya shillings, the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project, which is also the largest wind power project in Africa and is said to generate up to 310 megawatts of reliable and low-cost power, contributing to 16% of Kenya's energy needs after its completion in 2017. But one of the major attractions to this region is the Marsabit Lake Turkana Cultural Festival, which takes place annually in Loyangalani. Loyangalani is a small town that is fast becoming a popular tourist destination in northern Kenya and is located in the southeastern coast of Lake Turkana. The name is derived from the Samburu dialect, meaning a place of many trees, and is home to Kenya's smallest community, the El Molo, a fisherfolk community who are believed to be numbering about 800 against the country's population of 42 million. This annual event provides an opportunity to travel and explore northern Kenya and enjoy myriad of colorful cultures while discovering treasures of this diverse region. The festival attracts close to 3,000 visitors annually, both local and international, to the small town, and is supposedly the longest running festivals in northern Kenya, having first been held in 2008. The festival, which is organized by the county government of Marsabit, Under the Department of Culture and Social Services, Local Festival Committee, Kenya Tourism Board, National Museums of Kenya, and Kenya Wildlife Services, among other partners, has of late become a memorable event in the Kenyan tourist calendar.
After the devolution, the county really invested a lot on the cultural festival because it had a lot of meaning to the Marsabit County. The Turkana Cultural Festival is a unique, and it is a festival of its kind across the world. Really, I said across the world because it is a festival whereby it is being embraced by the entire 14 to 15 communities living across the Marsabit County.
His Excellency Ambassador Ukur Yatani, the governor of Marsabit County, officially flagged off the 2016 Cultural Festival, accompanied by the First Lady Marsabit County and the Deputy Governor. They made a tour of the various exhibition stands and the traditional huts to view the rich culture on display from the participating communities, and was fascinated by the variety of dances, traditional dresses and artifacts that were on display, and at some point joined the dancers to have a feel of their culture and dance to their tunes. Partners from the private sector as well as the governmental and non-governmental organizations were also given a chance to showcase and demonstrate their work. These young artists came up with very interesting drawings of prominent people in the county. This event features unique performances and cultural traditions of the 14 ethnic communities that live in Marsabit County. The tapping of bare feet as they hit the ground, the symbiotic clash of culture derived from national pride, history and heritage, all cultivated into one platform to give a captivating and enthralling experience. Imagine tribes and ethnic groups such as the Borana, Gabra, Samburu, Rendile, El Molo, Dasanach, Turkana, Somali, Konso, Burji, Wayu, Sakuye, Gare, and the youngest on board, the Sidama, all gathering in a kaleidoscope of color, dressed in their most elaborate traditional clothing, beading and head ornaments with paint made from red ochre, coming together from all corners of this county to spread just one message, the message of peace and cohesion.
The main objective of the Marsabit Turkana Cultural Festivals are celebrating the cultural diversity of the Marsabit County, promoting the cohesion and integration of the 14 communities across the county, protecting the erosion of the culture by westernizations, and also the cultural festival influence or even it promotes the tourism attraction along the northern corridors of the Kenya tourism circuit.
While interacting with these groups, you get to have a feel of their unique culture. Each community having a distinct feature to showcase a clear indication of cultural diversity at its best.
Sisi kama kabila naitwa Gare, Loyangalan ni mara yetu ya pili. Ameona dalili moja mzuri sana. Hiyo dalili kabila 14 ama zaidi ya hiyo 16 ndio nakutana hapa. Hiyo dalili inaonyesha dalili ya usalama na upendo na umoja. Hiyo ndio mzuri.
Tulikuja juu ya kufanya hii sherehe ya leo ya kimila Waswahili alisema asiyojua kimila ni mtumwa. Ndio tunakuja kujifunia kimila yetu. Kila mtu anakuja kutoa kimila yake.
Tuliona hii sherehe ni mzuri sana kwa sababu sisi ni wa community kutoka Marsabit na sisi ni wa Borana. Hii sasa inaonyesha kwamba mwenye anaoa yote ako na hii licho. Hii licho ni muhimu hata katika nini? Katika sherehe yoyote wanatembea naye pamoja na hii ororo. Hii inaitwa ororo, wanatembea naye. Wakati wa sherehe yote hii wawili inatembea pamoja. Hii mavazi wawili, licho na ororo.
There was a deliberate effort by all performers to amaze the crowd, and this group, dressed in Samburu traditional attire, did a stellar work with their memorable dance and singing abilities. Gurnet Primary School traditional dancers, who were performing for their first time at the festival, brought more pomp to the festival and gave a lasting impression to the audience here. Their colorful headdresses with ostrich feathers fluttering majestically as they rhythmically move their heads back and forth. Another additional group that comprised of a combination of Kikuyu, Luo and Meru communities who work and live in Marsabit were also represented here. The Muungano Choir epitomizes the role played by this cultural festival. The realization of one people and the songs sung here were very captivating. Loyangalani Stars fashion team, founded in 2011, was also here to showcase the beauty of the tribes living around this region. The traditional fashion is one of the most sought-after events that none would want to miss, and there is no other place to witness this other than at the Marsabit Lake Turkana Cultural Festival. The girls catwalk with their traditional attire made of animal skin, their body smeared with red ochre and oil applied to make it more smooth, beautiful and glossy, while the men were dressed in traditional Turkana and Samburu attire. The group thrilled participants with their traditional catwalk as they marched past the visitors in style amid ululations from the crowd. Innovative ways of creating exposure and new opportunities for the locals has continued to be an underlying theme of the festival, and for this reason, the festival had an interesting addition to it, the Marsabit Half Marathon. The marathon was part of a 4-county racing circuit dubbed the Great Heritage Northern Run, targeting 4 arid counties of Marsabit, Isiolo, Turkana and Elgeyo Marakwet. The turnout to the race was overwhelming, with almost all communities represented here. It was the first time Marsabit people were running in such a marathon, which serves as a great eye-opener to the locals, who even had a chance to interact with the national and international renowned athletes, comprising the 2008 gold medalist in the 800-meter Summer Olympics in Beijing, Wilfred Bungei, and Joseph Ebuya, who won the 2010 World Cross Country Marathon race in Bydgoszcz, Poland.
Changamoto kwa wale ambao wanatoka sehemu hii ni kwamba mko na mahali pazuri, na niko na hakika ya kwamba wale wanariadha ambao wanatoka hapa ndio wataweza kushinda. Sababu ni kwamba nimeangalia na nimeitazama na nimejua ya kwamba ninyi mko na big chance. Sababu ni kwamba ninyi mnaendanga distance kubwa ya kutembea, si ndio? Na pia ninyi mmezoea ile jua kali na nini. So you have an advantage over us. Hata mimi mwenyewe nitakimbia, lakini nataka niseme ya kwamba may the best men and women be the winner.
The half marathon was also graced by top sporting officials from the national government, including Cabinet Secretary Honorable Hassan Wario, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Sports Richard Dekai, Senate Sport Chairman and Senator Nandi County Honorable Isaac Meli.
Pia nasimamia michezo katika bunge la Senate. mimi ndio mwenyekiti na mimi ndio seneta mdogo zaidi kuchaguliwa katika seneti ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo mimi pia nakimbia.
The marathon included Moran race and 10-kilometer race for the women. Not even the hot weather and rocky terrain would hold these athletes back, as their minds were already set on the finish line. Local football was also in the menu, where the winners were awarded with different prizes. Later in the evening, the participants had a chance to experience the sundowner at the Desert Museum, with a spectacular view of the lake behind it as the sun went down. At the museum, Mr. Abdikadir Kurewa, an anthropologist with the National Museums of Kenya, gave a talk on the identity markers of the 13 diverse ethnic communities living in this region.
These are Molo, a man and a woman from the Molo community, and what they wear is of importance or is of significance, and they're not just ornaments they're not just worn for beautification purposes. They live in Turkana. They are fisher folks, and one of the identity is underpinned on the hippo. So the hippo was a very, very important animal, so to say. So when you hunt a hippo, it comes along with a lot of prestige. It's warriorhood. It signifies bravery, and you're recognized as a man, and you are considered a brave man if you successfully go on a hippo hunt and kill it.
The culture talk gives an opportunity for especially the people from outside the county to know more about the cultures of each of these 14 communities. So whereby presentation of each of these 14 communities are done in terms of adornment that they adorn during their own ceremonies at home, and also during important functions like the Marsabit Lake Turkana festival. Apart from that, in the evening, we bring our leaders together where they discuss, the theme of each year's festival. In 2016, the theme was celebrating cultural diversity for tourism and peace. We emphasize the issue of cohesion, issue of peace, because these 14 communities, putting them together, building a cohesive society, is always an uphill task, especially where there is so much diversity within the county. In the evening, what goes on is much more than the festival. People, young artists will be given an opportunity to also do the local music. People enjoy also their favorite music during this festival.
Anyone attending the festival will have a chance to visit the El Molo people, a fisherfolk community who live in two adjacent villages of Komote and Layeni, which are located at the El Molo Bay, some 13 kilometers north of Loyangalani town. This community has continued to put up a spirited fight in a bid to retain their culture and language, which has over the years been lost due to the assimilation by the Samburu and Turkana communities. Not even the oldest man around this village is fluent in the language. But even faced with language extinction, Kenya's little known and smallest tribe is fighting to keep its knowledge and traditions. Until presently, the El Molo people still believe in their traditional sacred sites, the most famous one being the El Molo shrines found on Lorian Island. The community has 4 shrines which belongs to 4 clans, namely Marle, Orkara, Oragite, and Orisole, which give a glimpse into the spiritual lives of these local people. Marsabit County Chief His Excellency Ambassador Ukuri Yatani said they were looking forward to making the event interregional. He also stated the importance of this festival, which was recently recognized and nominated for the 2015 India's prestigious Tagore International Awards for promoting social harmony and peace among the communities living in this region.
Hii sherehe ya leo ya utamaduni Cultural Festival, Marsabit Turkana Cultural Festival, ni sherehe la 9. Nataka niwashukuru walioanzisha sherehe hii. In a very special way, I want to thank the German Embassy na kikundi ya Loyangalani ambao walianzisha kusanyiko kwa sherehe kama hii mara moja kwa mwaka. Kwa sababu yale tumeona hapa ni yale ambao tunataka ifanyike kila county na nchi mzima. Kwa sababu ni wakati ya kufurahia, ni wakati ya kufurahia utajiri wetu ya kiutamaduni, na ni kitu ambao that needs to be preserved at all time. This year, this is a festival of its own kind. Kwa sababu zamani ilikuwa mambo ya kiutamaduni, lakini sasa for the first time tumekuwa na ile marathon, half marathon. Nataka nipongeze groups kadhaa ambao wako hapa. Sherehe hii was nominated for the international award, inaitwa Tagore Award huko India. Sherehe hii ya Cultural Festival ya Marsabit. Na napongeza hasa wale ambao wamepata award, sio governor, sio county vile, ni wale vikundi ambao wamejionyesha ile utamaduni yao na mbinu na kuendesha nchi yao.
What many don't know is that this festival has certain depth to it. It is more than just appreciating the beautiful and rich culture, but also about bringing together of the communities here for their own benefit.
Hii siku ya leo, it is a very important gathering because what is happening here is really unique. Most unique event that is happening here in this corner of the Republic. You are celebrating the culture, rich culture. In the whole of this republic, this is the country that is most improved kwenye maneno ya kuweka amani. Kutoka kwa ripoti yake, Kipra, a very respected institution under the Ministry of Devolution, respected the whole of Africa and the whole world. Wamesema the cohesion rate ya hapa Marsabit country 3 years ago was at 62%. Today you are at 86% cohesion.
The underlying main goal, therefore, has been and continues to be promotion of peace and reconciliation.
We as a department will continue to strive or see to that this festival is being developed or being expanded so that it can continue bringing our people together.
Hence, the Marsabit Turkana Cultural Festival brings forth a sense of fulfillment, oneness, and a more peaceful community is left behind. In the end, both the organizers and the community are left with the anticipation of one thing in mind: a repeat of the same success in years that follow.